get you some. Oh, yeah. Mate, it's lucky she can cook. Wow! G'day lovelies, welcome back. Alrighty, today we're going to make chicken Marylands with a mustard sauce. Now you have to excuse the background noise, it is so windy here today, it's not funny. Alright, first thing we want to do is preheat our ovens to 180 degrees Celsius. We need a baking tray with some baking paper and as many chicken Marylands as you need. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab some mayo, or some may call it mayonnaise. Now normally I love using the Kraft one, but I couldn't get it, so I've just got this one. So what we want to do is put roughly a tablespoon of mayonnaise on each Maryland. And then we want to rub it all over them. So back when I was a young mum, 3 decades ago or so, my partner at the time used to work with all of his mates. So every night they'd come back to our joint and all their missuses and kids would come over and I would cook for them all. Now I used to make these all the time because back then these were really, really cheap. So in summer I would make them with chips and salad, and in winter I used to usually do, say, a mashed potato, maybe some honey carrots, corn on the cob, and a, what is it called? Cauliflower cheese bake, which is something I haven't done on here yet, which I will do. Yeah, so just to give you some ideas, today I'm just going to do the Marylands themselves. So I've already preheated my oven. So once we have rubbed our tablespoon of mayonnaise over them, we want to bang them in the oven. Alright, so while they're still cooking, we'll get the sauce ready to go. So into a saucepan we need 125 grams of butter. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now we normally have 3 eggs, but because mine are tiny I'm going to use 4. We need to separate them because we just need the egg yolks. And I am using whole grain mustard, or you can use seeded mustard, alright? We're going to use a tablespoon of that. So I'm just going to juice the lemon and separate the eggs. Oh my god, mate, it smells friggin' amazing in here. Oh, look at these bad boys. Now I've baked them for 1 hour and 10 minutes because they're really big ones. Now if you're unsure if they're cooked or not, you can always cut one open. So if I'm not sure, I'll cut one open. I'll usually just eat that one myself. So what I do now that I know they're cooked, is that I'm going to turn the oven off and I'll put them back in there with the oven off for 10 minutes just to make sure they're cooked through properly and they stay nice and hot while we do the sauce. Now I've got another tray ready with some paper towel, so when I do pull them out I'll sit them on the paper towel for a few minutes and then plate them up. Alright, so we want to put our butter on a low heat to melt it down. While that's melting down we want to grab our 3 egg yolks and our 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and now we want to get an electric beater out. Okay, now we just want to beat them together until they're beaten together. Alright, now once our butter is completely melted down, we want to bring it up to the boil, okay? We want our butter boiling to do the next step. Alright, the butter is almost boiling. So this sauce you need to make just before you serve. Alright, what we want to do while it's boiling is we want to beat on low and slowly pour it in until we've beaten it all through. Alright, once I beat it in, I beated it for an extra 30 seconds after. Alright, now I'm getting my tablespoon of, I've got whole grain mustard or seeded mustard. Alright, and now we want to stir our tablespoon through. And once that's stirred through properly, we have our sauce ready to go. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is grab out the chicken and put it on the paper towel for a minute, and then you just serve it up with all your veggies. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit excited. So what I do when I pour the sauce on is normally I would pour it on all of them. Oh, come on now. And then once I've finished pouring it on them all, I will get a spoon and grab some of the seeds out the bottom and pour them over the top too. Give them a crack, lovelies. Your family's going to love them. What a beautiful way to do Marylands and make them into something special. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves an awesome night, and I'll see you soon. Toodles.